Welcome to the girls. This week we have very unique guests on, my girls. Yes, we do. I brought a special treat, especially for you, Lori, because you're the animal lover. We have Endless Dreams Animal Retreat. Jess is coming with her mom and her dad. It's a family-run retreat where they take animals and have animals of all different kinds. So you're going to stay tuned because we're going to have a llama, a rabbit, a cockatoo, and 2 goats. 2 kids.
Nice. So can I take any of them home? That's the question.
I don't know. I don't know if they're available.
And we coordinate our outfits. Just wait. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Animal
wait for it.
Print. Animal print.
All right. Enough of that.
I'm impressed that you got your foot up here.
How about that? Let's talk about the cookies.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the cookies. So we have Oreo cookies.
Yes, we have Oreo cookies. The first time I saw a different type of Oreo cookie, I was going into the grocery store and I saw chocolate peanut butter pie, and I thought, your son Mason comes to our house like every single night looking for cookies, and he just visits and watches TV with us. So Lori, I know that you don't like desserts either, but I thought,
not at all.
The first one I bought was this one, the chocolate peanut butter pie, and just to show you, it has a really unique insight, like half is chocolate and half is peanut butter. So we brought them home and we're tasting, we're like, oh my God, it does taste like chocolate peanut butter pie.
They have all different flavors.
So there are like 10 different kinds now.
Chocolate Merlot or Pinot Noir.
Well, you could dip them in Merlot instead of milk. Dip them in Merlot.
Listen, she's enabling now. It was a joke, but yeah, I'm just saying. The peanut butter is the one I'm going to taste.
That's the peanut butter, just peanut butter. That's the chocolate.
Peanut butter. And I've got carrot cake, but I don't know, girls. So I'm a little skeptical because if it's not a mega stuffed Oreo, I don't know.
You're the dessert expert.
Well, now wait. Now, how are you going to eat this? Because with the regular Oreos, you just like twist them and then you eat.
How do you eat your Oreo?
This one,
I dunk them in milk.
Right.
So, where's the milk?
She got chipped. How do you eat your Oreo? This is how my mom eats her Oreos. I know she's skinny, but when she goes to town on something, it's like the whole thing. It's like, and digs in. This is the plate, right?
Yep. If it's a package, that's my package.
Well, if it's good, everybody should eat it like that, right?
Yeah, well, with the variety that it was, you have to take a bite right down the middle. That's how your son is very, like, methodical. So he said if you get half of the chocolate, half the peanut butter, and some of the cookie, it tastes just like the chocolate peanut butter pie.
These are my favorite.
Yeah. It's
you know what you can do?
I wish you had smell-o-vision.
No.
Oh, man.
You can put more peanut butter on top of this and then put syrup on it.
How about some whipped cream?
Oh, syrup.
I don't like whipped cream.
Oh, you know what I did for your girlfriend? We were at Janine's house and she had these great chocolate brownies that you brought. So we had those little Dove chocolate bars, the bite-sized ones. We put it inside there. We put it inside and then we put it in the microwave.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Eat
God.
your cookie.
Okay.
Making her eat her cookie. Anyway, we have our guests on today, the Endless Dreams Animal Retreat. I didn't want to screw up their names. I just met them today, but we're going to pet a llama. We're going to see who do you think's taller, me or the llama? We're going to find out.
Okay, and didn't you post something on Facebook to vote for your favorite Oreo cookie?
Yeah, and everyone just wants to eat the cookies.
Okay, well, we're going to eat the cookies. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the Girls and Company. As you can see, we have some of our favorite guests here today. As promised, we have Jess from Endless Dreams Animal Retreat, and she brought some of her favorite little pets along with her, and her mother, Donna. Thanks for joining us. You traveled quite a distance.
Just a little bit, about 45 minutes.
So where exactly is Endless Dreams located?
Well, we're located in Ricketts Glen, but our P.O. box is in Huntington Mills.
Huntington Mills.
Yep.
Alrighty. So Jess, I saw some of your pictures on Facebook, and I was just intrigued with how you actually have animals maybe maybe a parent had passed away and they had nowhere to put the animal, or animals were brought to you because they had injuries or whatever. So tell me, how did all of this get started? Like, where did the dream come from?
Well, when I was really young, my parents both worked with rescue animals, especially wildlife. rehabilitating raccoons and things like that. My mom used to work at a dog shelter and rescued a dog named Cookie, who was my nanny. And as time went on, I started to develop a gift with animals, I guess you would say. My parents called me Dr. Doolittle. And then I got into 4-H and stuff like that. I mean, I was part of so many 4-H groups in New Jersey originally. And that's what made it the most fun.
The most fun. I am having the most fun standing next to this llama, and I know Lori, your tongue is
taking the
hanging
llama
here
home.
with you. Want to take
Oh, yeah.
all the
I
llamas
was
home?
just wondering who was taller, me or the llama.
Well, are we going by ears or head?
We might be the same height.
If we go by ears.
I say we go by eyes. My son always says, you're not taller than me because I can see right at you. So
Oh my goodness.
we be the same height today? But the goats are very cute. They're well behaved. They keep eating my shoe and my shirt. So we're all,
There are kids,
we're on
well,
point.
they're a year old, but
I don't know what he's
they're
eating right
kids
now,
to
but I didn't
us.
give him anything, right?
So yeah, my parents used to take me into nursing homes and things like that with my animals all over the place. We did doo-doo derby with one of our goats, and she wore a diaper and onesie for 3 days. It was a big cancer relay. I slept every night on the way home. I was a very good kid. But
Well, they're very good kids too, and as you mentioned, they have little Pampers on them.
Yep.
So they are definitely trained.
And then the dream just progressed. I wanted to start teaching people. When I wound up with Coco 18 years ago, you know, I had no idea what I was getting into, but my mom knew I could handle it, and she's been my best friend ever since.
Okay, well, now we all know how expensive it is to take care of. I have one dog. We know how expensive that is to take care of one animal. You have all of the, how many animals do you have?
About 130.
130 times a zillion is, are you multimillionaires or what? Where do you get your money from?
We get all of our money from donations. Some of the farmers in the area will donate us hay through the winter, let us pay it as we need. We have shearers that come in and shear our alpacas, our llama, and our sheep. And they do that once in a while, like at our cost, kind of. Like they'll sit there and say, okay, well, pay us when you can, when you get your donations. This year has been a really bad year for us, but the young man who does it for us, he has been wonderful. We're making payments.
All right, so tell everyone watching out there where they can make their donations to.
You can make donations. You can make donations to P.O. Box 32 at Huntington Mills, Pennsylvania, 18622, or you can give us a call and we can hook you up with a way of meeting, because we don't only need currency. Sometimes we need blankets and wood and paint and anything you could think of, right down to Fisher Price outdoor playhouses that we use for our animals.
Oh.
And play sets, because if you look on our Facebook, on Endless Dreams Animals, you will see that the raccoons and stuff play on that we have rescued, and they love their toys.
All right, and you did send us a list, I believe, of all the things that
Yes.
you need. Is that on your Facebook page as well?
It is on our Facebook page.
Okay.
So that will help people, and I try to do blogs when I can of what we need.
All right. I think Lori's dying to ask a question of her, because I think she wants to volunteer to take them all home tonight.
Well, my daughter made sure to text Janine and said, make sure my mom doesn't bring any animals home.
Oh,
So I can't bring any
She loves
home.
the animals.
Oh, because she's an only child, so of course if she brings 2 kids home, then she'll have 2 brothers and
Right.
sisters here.
I just,
So,
go ahead.
okay, so Jess, you have all these animals and you have them all at your facility. Do people come in to visit with them? Like,
Well,
what
that's
is the
actually
role
a
that they
really
play?
good question. The big thing is that we're insured to leave our property, but because we're donation only, we don't make enough for the insurance for people to come to our property.
Sure. Okay.
We were hit by multiple floods over the years. One I almost drowned in, actually, saving my one emo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a fun year. That was in '06, and then we were hit again 2011. And then we were recently just hit by the tornado that hit up in Ricketts Glen. We were hit by those winds, and it damaged a lot of our property.
I think you have a lot of those pictures on your Facebook
do
page,
have
and
a
I
lot.
think that's what drew me to your page, was
Yeah.
I think I saw those pictures.
Yeah, I managed to save him and his 18 babies.
Oh my gosh.
And this is Marbles, right?
Yep.
And Marbles is just like totally chilled out here.
Yes.
He's not on drugs. This is how relaxed he is. May I hold him?
Yeah. We had 21 rabbits plus all the babies in our living room because we went out and the trees crashed the hutches, flipped hutches. it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I was crawling through trees. My mother was crawling through trees. We had flashlights, but the rain was coming down so bad. We're catching rabbits wherever we can. It was bad.
So once you have all of the animals, and you said you have over 100 of them, what role do the animals play in the community? You said people can't come to you, but you go out to them. So
we go all over the place. We do the petting zoo, the educational shows at daycares. We go nursing homes, for instance. We love going nursing homes. We go to adult learning centers, and it's for a donation of what the group can afford.
Okay.
We should have them come see the blind.
We should, yes.
How
I'm
about
just
that, you
thinking
guys?
about all of our visually impaired kids, and I know whenever we have an opportunity, we go out. We often bring our kids out to volunteer at different places, and whenever it's animals, the smiles are endless with our children.
And I think that Jebediah wants to get a close-up shot.
Definitely not camera shy. So with all of the animals that you take care of, there is a lot of responsibility, and you like to educate people out there. You know, when kids say, oh, I want a dog, or I want a parrot, or I want a snake, it's something that you really should invest your time in learning how much time it's going to take, how much effort, how much financially it's going to take you, correct?
Well, I try to educate people as best I can, especially like with the larger parrots. These guys are a lifetime commitment. Most of your small to large parrots will live the average human lifespan. And if not longer, the oldest Moluccan cockatoo died at 127 years old.
Wow.
So people don't always realize that when they get these birds. We have one the same age as Coco, 36, that was in 17 homes. So she's been through a lot. When it comes to reptiles, people get them. They don't realize how big they're getting. And then we run into problems with that. Like you have to feed them mice, you have to feed them rats and things like that. And we do breed our own, so it's a little cheaper for us. But again, we have people who work with us.
Well, pets are forever, not for now. And you know, people don't, like you said, people don't realize that. It's like, oh, they're cute because we walk past the pet store or wherever. And then, you know, some of them that you have wound up with, how did you get some of these? We talked a little bit earlier, but
the one that originally that would stick out the most to me was a little boy. And we wound up with his ferret. His name was Rascal Flats, and his corn snake, and I named her Lizzie because I was into Lizzie McGuire. Tells you how old I am. And he had cancer, and my parents kept in contact with his parents. We did photos and things like that. Then his parents eventually said he didn't make it anymore, but he was happy that another kid got him. And that kind of opened a door. And we started realizing elderly people especially need somewhere for their pets to go and stay. So we are a last stop. When animals come to us, they don't go anywhere else unless it's an extremely special circumstance. Because I don't do dogs, I don't do cats, I do everything else. So they need a chance and a forever home, and some come from abuse situations. We do have our abuse ones, like Coco. Coco was abused. She was locked in a room and kind of left there. The only interaction was a maid. Coco was aggressive. I didn't know that. I reached in and took her out, and that was it. We were best friends ever since. It took about 2 years to get her to let us keep her in a cage at night. She slept with me.
Oh, wow.
So we have a bond.
Aw. She's very well behaved.
A lot of the
Coco?
animals
Maybe
have
she'll sing for
serious
us today.
a lot of the animals had serious injuries as
Yes.
well that you were telling me about.
Yes, we have Sir Valentine, who has a broken shoulder that happened last year between our rounds of checking things.
Sir Valentine's creeping closer and closer to the camera.
I know.
Valentine can do what he
Our
wants.
large animal vet did the best she could, but without the equipment to travel on the farm, she couldn't check him the way she wanted to for x-rays. So we had to go for another opinion, which was Fish and Creek Veterinary Hospital, and they saved him. The break is so clean that we could get scar tissue, and that's why he still has his leg. But if there's a problem later on, they are willing to amputate for us. He's a good candidate. So that's why he's still here today.
Oh my gosh, well, we have so much more to ask. Make sure that you check the address and all the information on the screen, and do something great. Give a donation so that these animals could be taken care of and help Jess with her cause. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the girls. We have Endless Dream Animals on with us today, and we are talking about all of these animals that have basically been rescued by you. You're like, you know, a savior to these animals. So thank you for having them on with us today. I know we're losing a little bit of control. Well-behaved llama, right?
Well, we now have
we see eye
Dennis
to eye.
joining us.
Well, Marbles is taking a nap.
Oh, and
so-
Marbles is out. But
I put everybody to sleep. I
these
hope
little
my guests
kids
out there are
want
still watching.
nothing to,
Oh, speaking of sleep.
here we go. Another napper. Nappy, nappy
Elvira
time.
has a nap time, and when it's her time,
I
She's
feel
down,
you.
nobody's
I'm
interrupting.
the same way.
I've done educational shows with her on my hip, like a baby, and kids watching, and she's napping.
All right. Well, let's start with her and let's go over how you came to adopt each of these animals.
Well, Elvira is actually the third generation from a rescue goat. Her name was Betsy. And her and a goat named Burley came to us from an elderly woman. She was trying to take care of them and broke her hip on the ice. So she asked us to take them. And Betsy liked the boys. Yeah, so we wound up with Elvira's mother, Dixie. And Dixie was as much trouble as her mother. And Elvira's name says how much trouble she is. Elvira came out with, you know, a little bit of an attitude to start. She came out completely breech birth.
Oh.
And she's our survivor of that. She survived. Unfortunately, Dixie did not. But that is a cost sometimes.
And how long have you had her?
Elvira's birthday is February 17th at 7:30 p.m. and she will be 2 years old.
Oh, you know all of the animals' birthdays.
The ones born on my property, I do.
How
Don't
about
ask
that?
me my family's birthdays,
But just the animals. Okay, the llama.
Jebediah came to us about 2 years ago from a 4-H family. The young man wanted a good home for his llama. He had 3 of them, but he wanted to get into dairy cows.
How did he get a llama? What
really
made you go out and get a llama?
With 4-H,
Yes, I'm
with
listening there.
4-H, he just got into showing llamas, and it became really cool for him. But when he wanted to get into dairy cows and start showing them, his family told him he had to give up 1 llama to get a calf.
Oh, it was a trainer.
Well, I think before the end of the show, Lori's going to be adopting a llama. What do you think?
I don't know.
They're a lot of
Are
work.
they allowed
Yeah, the
in
camera
our
being-
development? I don't
They
know.
are a
They're-
lot of work,
there
but
are
Jeff
different
came to us this way, so.
And this llama actually gets blood work, you said, right?
Yes, he gets blood work. He has a little bit of a vitamin deficiency. It's why he's a little skinnier than I would like him to be.
Well, he's leaning against me. Do
Yeah.
they tend to lean against people?
Yeah, they like to lean and
he's
relax.
just like, he's relaxed against me and I'm relaxed against
By the end
him.
of the show, everyone's going to be sleeping, I
Yep,
think.
he is one of our best boys here. He actually, because of deficiency, he had to get baths almost for every other week. He was getting a vitamin bath and whatnot.
Wow.
So iodine bath and you name it, just to get him back in tip top.
And your bird, your favorite bird?
Coco, she is my life partner because she is my lifetime commitment. And if someone comes into my life, they gotta get past her.
Oh, wow.
We've been together for 18 years, longer than the average marriage these days.
And is there a significant other, or has Coco not accepted anybody?
Coco has not accepted anybody. My
Strong
life is these
competition.
animals. So they'd have really tough shoes to fill. So.
Oh, she's beautiful.
But Coco came to us. She came from a dark room. She was left alone. And a maid took care of her. It was a rich family in New Jersey that basically wanted this endangered species that's vulnerable on the endangered species list. And they're the largest of the white cockatoo family. But Coco's not only peach. You think she's only one color, right?
Oh, wow.
Coco, you're pretty.
She's styling with the colored hair like all the kids.
And then Coco.
Oh, and yellow owls.
Coco's a pretty girl.
Now, Coco did suffer a stroke in 2017, and Fishing Creek Veterinary Hospital saved her. And we had to do physical therapy with her, just like the average person. And she did lose some of her speech, but Coco used to be able to speak 5 languages.
How about
my
that?
Lord.
So will she say anything or only on her terms?
Only on her terms.
She spoke a little bit during break. Can you sing or do anything?
She was singing the whole
Pretty
day.
girl.
Was she?
Yeah, her favorite song is Doe a Deer off The Sound of Music.
Come on.
Maybe you could capture her later and we'll
Yeah.
have it on this show as
Yeah,
a B-roll
maybe.
to show you. And I have I don't know if I have a rabbit hatch in my hand or what, because this rabbit just nestled right in, little marbles.
Yes, that is Marbles. He was actually born on our property from a couple rescue animals, a couple of rescue rabbits, I should say. And what basically happens is we take and we breed our own rabbits for pets for especially handicapped children and families. We work with the babies from the time they get fur, so they wind up just as friendly as Marbles. Marbles was specifically trained for a young man with Parkinson's disease and autism. So he is a little therapy bunny, but he is good with shaking.
How about that?
Oh, well, that's why I'm so relaxed, I guess.
And the last two of these
And then
kids
we have
down
our
here.
kids.
Yep. And the other one is Valentine. Valentine was born on February 14th, and he will be 2 years old in February, and he has a broken shoulder. So, but that's looking a lot better. Like I said previously, it's Fishing Creek has given him a second chance.
I love
How
the
do you
t-shirt.
know how to care for all these animals?
I did a lot of research. When you take in an animal, you should do your research. And if I get asked to take an animal I don't know, I wind up doing a lot of homework.
Okay.
But I always try to figure out if I can take care of that animal properly also. I've been asked to take animals in that I've had to turn down because I don't have the financial to care for them the way they require.
So educationally, it's just been something that you've taught yourself through just research.
I also have my veterinary assistance degree with national honors. I have my small business management with honors, and I have my dog obedience with honors.
Is that it?
Well, there's about several more things I want to learn.
There you go. And again, we can't emphasize enough that this is all made possible. You're not a nonprofit, but the only money that you have coming in are actually donations. So the donations cover the care for the animals.
Yes, and the animals also, when we go petting zoos, we sell food cups, and we sell these bracelets that's like on my wrist. And this is for a secondary fund. And what it is the money that we get from the bracelets and bags we sell goes directly to a fund that is for gas for places that cannot afford to give us a currency donation. Okay. So we can still get there.
Very good. So again, you can make any kind of donation. You're on Facebook?
We are on Facebook.
Very good. And the llama's going home with Lori.
Right,
I'll take a few of them.
And we have to mention this is a family operated
Yes.
because you
Yes.
have your dad Dennis who joined us during the break,
And your mom is on.
mom Donna is here. And so what happens when you want to go on vacation, say as a family? Does that happen?
It very rarely happens. It winds up usually me or my mom go, and then me and my dad go, or they go and I man the fort.
And so do you have many volunteers that are reliable?
Not as many
or-
as I'd like. Volunteers seem to think that volunteering does not mean, let's volunteer our time. No, they want money now.
So
Well,
I'm
if you're a
confused.
volunteer, you can certainly call and
Yeah.
get information on how you can
definitely.
volunteer your time. I know a lot of people need some volunteer hours as
Yeah.
well, and this is a great cause especially if you have a passion for dealing with all these animals.
What would a volunteer need to expect when they come? In other words, oh yeah, I want to volunteer, but what should they expect when they come?
Well, like the volunteers we need is for events specifically. Help man the food cups, help clean the petting zoo paddock, things like that, to help hold the animals for the public, because everything in our petting zoo just about is handleable except for a couple of our birds that are there as display to teach people about the different cockatoos.
And even maybe an intern,
Yep.
right? All right.
So anybody
opportunities
interested
to be
in
involved.
pets?
And our alligators you can't hold.
Yeah, well, that's display, Dad.
Wait, you have an alligator too? Wow. How did you obtain an alligator?
I obtained an alligator. It was my dad's fault, actually. It was a 14th birthday present from him. I've been obsessed with alligators since I was 2.
How about it?
Okay.
All right, well, they have a variety of pets, as you could see. They are a great cause. The Endless Dreams Animal Retreat. If you would like to contact them, look at the information on the screen, give them a donation, volunteer your time. And if you do have a pet, be kind to your pet. Research it and make sure that you're able to take care of your pet, or if you're considering getting one. So, from the girls, we'll see you next time.